I thought it might be kind of interesting to talk a bit about the challenge of duplicating subjects in paintings. Now, I actually do this kind of frequently in terms of reusing subjects for multiple paintings, multiple portraits, but I rarely do it within the same painting. In fact, there's only a couple of instances I can think of. One comes to mind was a painting of a woman looking in a mirror that I did quite a while ago, which I also did as a pencil drawing. I don't have a whole lot of experience with that, and what I've found is that having a repeated subject within the same painting, like with the one on screen right now, it really makes those minor differences between the subject and the mirror's reflection, or the subject and the painting she's doing of herself. It makes those minor differences jump out in really significant ways. I wasn't really anticipating how noticeable that would actually be. I was inspired to do the painting on screen based on that mirror image portrait that I mentioned before, but also inspired by a painting I did of Bob Ross. For some reason, I found it really kind of fun and kind of appealing to paint a painting and to actually paint a palette with the different blotches of colors on that palette. That's kind of a minor thing, but kind of fun. So I wanted to do that again. I also wanted to try this, another version of a mirror's reflection. Honestly, I was a little disappointed with the result. Maybe I underestimated how difficult it would be, but I had a couple of issues, so I can't just blame subtleties for this. I actually had some really major differences between the subject holding the paintbrush versus the subject in the painting. Noteworthy when I look at it now, the entire facial shape is really different. So from the get-go, I think I did a poor job of building that structure. Aside from the shape generally, I also did not a great job with the feature positions and the kind of the feature tilts as well. The nose in particular jumps out at me, as well as kind of lower part of the face and jaw. That's a really poor match between both subjects. And also kind of I know it's a different angle, so it's kind of hard to tell, but the shape of the mouth, I think, was significantly different. All in all, everything adds up to what looks like a different person. So that's obviously not ideal and not what I was going for. It's unfortunate that it turned out this way, but in keeping with my usual policy of not throwing good money after bad, or in other words, not spending time fixing a painting when I could actually just move on and start a fresh one. So in keeping with that philosophy, I decided not to labor too much on this and just kind of chalk it up as a lesson to some extent. Overall, the painting I don't think it's terrible. It just didn't accomplish what I wanted to. So I still really like this idea, and I do plan on trying it again. Maybe not too soon, maybe give myself a little space between this one and the next one, but it is a concept that I'll probably return to. So thank you for sitting in on this conversation about painting a person painting themselves, and I'll see you for the next one.